Hey, welcome back to the channel. Hey, another price savings tip in regards to your vehicle. This is a 2007 Lexus RX 350. I bought it used. I think I've had it 3 years now. A little bit of work. I've done some work to it. Let's talk about one of the first things I did. I had to put a steering rack in it because it was leaking. The dealer wanted somewhere around $3,000 to put a steering rack in. I had it done from a local guy. I actually found the part because they were gonna buy the part from, I think, from the dealer. I already did my research, and the rack alone was like $500. So this is something I wasn't gonna attempt. So sometimes it's better for you to just pay somebody to do it, but I did pay somebody to do it. So the steering rack on this was probably a couple years ago. The rack alone, the part was $500, and then the person that put it in put the steering rack in and aligned the vehicle for I think it was like $1,250, something like that. So quite a bit less. And if I probably would have went to any shop, they probably would have charged me somewhere around $2,000. So there's some huge savings there. Do some pre-work, find out what the parts cost. Say, hey, a lot of times when you go to a auto dealer and you kind of know what the part cost, and actually this guy actually got it from the shop, actually got it right from the store. I told him to get it to the auto parts store. They picked it up and installed. I think it was like $1,250, and he did a 4-wheel alignment on it too. So a lot of savings there. So the most recent was this right rear wheel bearing. So it was making noise. I figured it was the right rear. Say that 10 times. Right rear wheel bearing. The tires are 6 years old, so they're making noise. So I'll have to replace the tires sometime in the fall. So I can deal with the noise, but the rear wheel bearing was making some noise, and I knew it was not normal. So took it to a local shop. They confirmed what I said. The right wheel bearing, right rear wheel bearing was bad, and nothing that's going to leave you stranded, but it makes noise. So they wanted somewhere, I think all in with the tires, it was like $1,600. So the tires were like $900 or $1,000, and that wheel bearing was $600 to replace one wheel bearing. And this is a shop that was a reputable, integrity-driven type shop, which I'm sure they do great work, but for $600, I'm going to do my own research. So went home, jumped online, found an online auction site that we probably all know of, and found the wheel bearing for somewhere around $50. Another thing what the shop told me too was that this wheel bearing was going to take 2.6 hours to put in. So I watched 2 or 3 people do it on YouTube. It didn't look that difficult. It didn't look difficult because when you own that tools, it makes it a lot easier. So what I did is I bought the wheel bearing online for around $50. It took me, with cleanup, about an hour and 20 minutes to install the wheel bearing. So this is not a video about how to show you how to change the wheel bearing, because there's enough videos on that. There's 3 or 4 people between Lexus and Toyota Highlander, which is basically the same vehicle as this. Same parts, interchangeable, a lot of the same thing. So basically did it in an hour and 15 minutes for $50. So not 600, $50. So it's done, it's quiet. I mean, the tires, obviously I'm gonna have to shop around and get that taken care of sometime in the fall, but right now the wheel bearing's done. Hour and 15 minutes done. I don't know where they came up with 2.66 hours at a shop, but I know they have to make money. I get it. They were going to charge me $200 for the wheel bearing and $400 for labor, so it was right around $600. So hopefully that helps somebody. And then basically what the biggest part I want to say is that any work that you need on your vehicle, please don't take the first bid. Shop around. You kind of know at some point what it's going to need. This vehicle is a 2007. It's old. It's only got 113,000 miles on it, which is probably nothing for this. So no rust. The car was from Arizona. I bought it from the original owner. And that's probably be a topic for another conversation on how to buy good vehicles and what to look for when you're looking for a used vehicle. So maybe I'll do that on my next video, but just keep in mind any auto work that needs to be done, shop around, look around, and see what you can do to save money. This saved me a lot of money because a lot of people just would have paid the $600 and maybe waited on the tires. And let's say even if you didn't have tools, you didn't know how to do the job. It literally was not that hard. Once again, I have the tools to do it, and I have some experience because back in the day I was going to be a car mechanic. So a lot of things have not changed, but some things have changed. But YouTube and sites like this have helped us to really attack jobs. So let's say I bought that wheel bearing for $50. If you went on, let's say, some other online, Facebook site or something that would say, hey, who knows mechanics that work out of their home? I mean, you'd probably get 5 or 6 or 10 responses that maybe somebody would charge you $150 or $200 to put the wheel bearing in. So 200 plus the 50, 250, that's still a lot less than 600. So it's a good way to really not just throw money away, but just to help, save you money in the long run. So hope the video helps. Take care. Have a great day. See ya.